I only came home 3 hours early. The meeting was cancelled last minute. My boss sent us all home by noon. And I remember sitting in my car in the office parking lot thinking, you know what? I'll surprise him. Maybe pick up groceries, cook something nice for once. Maybe we'd actually sit across from each other at dinner without our phones for the first time in months. I had absolutely no idea what was already waiting for me inside that house. But I need to take you back, because if I just tell you what happened that Tuesday afternoon without telling you who we were before it, you won't fully understand how completely it broke me. So here's what happened, from the very beginning. His name is Daniel. We met during our junior year of college at a campus event neither of us actually wanted to attend. I almost didn't go, and honestly, that thought still haunts me sometimes. What if I had just stayed home that night? We started dating 6 months later, married at 26 in a small ceremony with our families in the backyard of his parents' house. Bought our home at 29, and 34 now. 8 years of marriage. 8 years of building something together, brick by brick, sacrifice by sacrifice. I gave that man everything. My time, my energy, my complete and total trust. He was the first person I called when anything happened. Good news, bad news, a funny story from my commute. I mean, when I got promoted last year, I called him before I even called my mum. Does that sound like a woman who had any reason to doubt the person she shared a bed with every single night? Look, I wasn't living in some fairy tale. I knew marriage was work. We had been through hard seasons together, real ones. The year we lost a pregnancy at 11 weeks and didn't know how to talk to each other about it. The stretch where his company was struggling and he was coming home stressed and distant every single evening. The period where we went to couples therapy because we kept having the same argument over and over without ever actually resolving anything. We survived all of it. Or at least, I believed we had. I believed we came out stronger every time. And honestly, right up until those last few months, I thought we were in a genuinely good place. We'd booked a vacation for the fall. We were talking about maybe finally getting a dog. We were laughing again. Or so I thought. Here's the thing. The changes were so subtle at first that I genuinely questioned my own sanity for noticing them. It started with the gym. Daniel had always worked out in the mornings, 7 a.m. every weekday like clockwork. Then one evening in early spring, he announced he was switching to evening sessions, said the morning crowds were getting too much. I didn't think anything of it. Why would I? Then it was the phone. He started placing it face down on every surface. The kitchen counter, the coffee table, his nightstand, always face down. I picked it up once to hand it to him when it buzzed and he crossed the room fast to take it from me, almost snatched it. I looked at him. He looked at me. He said the screen brightness bothered him at night. I said okay. I handed it over. And I know what you're thinking right now. Why didn't you push harder? Why didn't you say something then and there? I've asked myself that question 1,000 times since. But the truth is, when you love someone the way I love Daniel, your brain fights hard to protect that love. It finds explanations. It smooths things over. It tells you you're being paranoid, that you're insecure, that you're projecting. And I believed my brain every single time. The late evenings started around the same time, 20 minutes late one week, 40 minutes the next. Always with a reason that made complete sense on its own. Traffic, a call that ran long, a colleague who needed help finishing a proposal, a networking dinner he forgot to mention. Each individual excuse was completely believable. But I started keeping a mental list, without even meaning to. Then one Saturday morning, about 6 weeks before that Tuesday, I was doing laundry. Daniel was still asleep upstairs. I picked his jacket up off the floor. He always leaves his jacket on the floor. It drives me absolutely insane. And something slipped out of the inside pocket and fluttered down to the tiles. I bent down and picked it up. It was a receipt from a restaurant called Harlow's, a place I had never heard of, had never been to, had never even seen on his bank statements. Dinner for two, a Wednesday night. The same Wednesday he had texted me at 6 p.m. saying he was stuck at the office finishing a quarterly report. I stood in that laundry room for a very long time. My hands were completely still. My mind was not. I put the receipt back exactly where I found it, folded the jacket, placed it on the chair,